Okay, now that we implemented our fetch function, in some point we were using APIs, we're applying the concept, but it's completely natural to ask ourselves what is an API. So right now we are going to do a mental exercise with the sketch provided right here in the screen. We're going to talk about a client and a server. In some point, we're going to be the client. We're going to represent ourselves as a computer. Also, the server is a computer, but it's someone else's computer. Okay, so we have two computers, two applications talking to each other that want to go back and forth on the information that they want to interchange. So if at some point I want people or I want clients to retrieve information from my web page or my application, I will be serving up through the server my application. But as taking into account that to make this information exchange is necessary to set a rule of conventions on how we're going to display or interchange this information, it will be necessary to establish an intermediary or an interface. So that's what API stands for, Application Programming Interface. As you can see below, we can have mobile phones, computers. With the Internet of Things, we can have even microwaves requesting information from the application that we established, sending requests to get or to retrieve the information, which is what we already implemented previously. So this application programming interface will be the intermediary. We have two actors. One is the server, the other one is the client. The client makes requests. Also, it takes the data or the responses that the application programming interface is providing, but also that information is saved in a server, which in other way is a repository of the data that we want to retrieve. It will also work by hosting static files, hosting also the databases. So at this point, we're just keeping it simple. We're not talking about how we're going to authenticate ourselves to be recognized by the server, to display changes over the database. That is something that will be seen later. But right now, we just want to place request to get data that is already hosted in the server, and we want to work with that data. Previous implementation already displayed how we are doing those requests and how we're organizing the information. Now what we're going to see is that we have endless options to do with our data and to place that information in our client side web page.